Hello friend, Amit is here. So we are learning a SQL Hibernate query language, and we already see that few clauses like from, customer, where, order by, descending, ascending, max, few thing, and we will check quickly how means in the Red Hat document how they are explained about a SQL. So here this is just a Red Hat document. I am using a 4.3 Hibernate version, and here I will go quickly one by one and we will check that what exactly means how the functionality provided by Hibernate. So here it will be clear how many means way we will create a particular SQL. So when we will define the Hibernate SQL, then here it's defined like a Hibernate is equipped with extremely powerful query language that looks very much like a SQL, but don't flood by the syntax. SQL is fully object oriented. Means that that thing is that whenever we will see it's SQL query or SQL query, it look like a very exactly same. But main difference between SQL and SQL is that when we will see that SQL, it will be completely based on the our classes, our name as well as the property name. But when we will see that SQL, that is a completely based on the particular table as well as table properties like a column name and something. So it's dependent to the table. Through that table we are fetching the record. But here when we are writing SQL and we will generating a query, it's nothing related to any tables, any kind of thing we are passing. Internally Hibernate runtime system is automatically initialize that thing, and they will put internally and they will generate a native query automatically. So here when we are going to write the functionality, we are not writing anything related to table or its column. It's completely dependent to our class name and the particular field that I already explained about that. Here we see that much more query. Here what we are doing a from a student as a student something, some variable. So this student is a class that is available here. So reference variable I created here, that a student class reference variable student we created, and after that we are doing operation on the particular this reference variable where a student dot email like something. So here this student is pointing this class. Even we can write the complete classified class like com.visualpath.client.student. Even we will not write the complete classified path, then automatically that Hibernate runtime system will be point out that entity where the entity is there, and even it is no need to write here. But when we will see that Red Hat document, sometime they mention that writing a complete classified path of particular class. So case sensitivity, when we are writing a query, that is a case insensitivity. Except of names of the Java classes and property. Means when we will write the particular like a clause or something, that is not a case sensitive. So either we will write a select or we will like a where. So this select is exactly same like this select, and it is exactly like this select. So when we will write any clause, we can write any means either a small or big, any combination. It will be not change anything, it will work fine. But when we will deal with the particular object, like for example here we are doing the operation like a student something. So this student and that a small student that have a change, and when we will write like a student here and we will write like a big student here, capital student dot sid, then it will not work. Then it will be throw some exception. That mapped a student is not mapped. So where what here it's a trying that clauses that available like a from. So here we can start with capital F, and it is exactly same that or that where clause we can use like that. So it will be not any problem, but whenever object related thing that is not related to clause, that we will change the type of that sensitivity, then it will be a create a problem. That thing only here is try to explain about that all query are case insensitive, but that what class and property we are using inside that, those are the sensitive. So even if you use a select where or something, we can use any order, but when we use a org.hibernate eg.foo or foo dot something, that class name means that package name dot class name, that it will be a change. So here that other thing is that the simplest possible way we can create like a from eg.cat. So eg is a particular complete classified name and eg.cat, and exactly that from cat means it's same. So which simply returns all the instance of the class eg.cat. We don't usually need to qualify the class name since auto import is the default. So we almost always just writing that thing, but whenever we go through the Red Hat document, for most of the time we will see like that example eg.cat. So it is a nothing, it is a complete classified path, like a classified path here, like we are using a student, so we will write com.visualpath.hibernate.student. So it is a complete path like a package name as well as particular class name. So it is exactly same because auto import is available on the particular class. So either we can utilize from eg.cat or either we can utilize from cat, both are the exactly same. So most of the time you will need to assign a alias like a since we can also use from cat as a cat. So cat as a cat, so as a cat also is not we are not using a much more. So whenever we write a cat, it will be write cat here. So it is a reference variable, this cat is a class, this cat is a reference variable, we can use as here, but in the genuine time or in actually the code we are not using this cat as clause here or this eg.cat. So instead of this one we are using a directly from cat, and instead of from cat as a cat we are using a from cat. So this few thing we have utilizing in our project that we no need to bury, but as it is, if we utilize this thing or we utilize this thing, both have a same result. Even the same here, even we can utilize from cat or we can utilize a from package name and complete classified path of that cat, it have same result. So other than that, it provide all association and join. Just go through that document. I think you can easily understand about all the join, like inner join, left outer join, right outer join, full join. You just utilize this SQL and it will be work fine. Other than that, we have a select clause. So the select clause, what it happen when we want to pick some object and we want to assign some condition, then that time we can use that select clause. So select mate from that class name as a cat. So here we can write select mate from cat as a cat is not required that much, and after that inner join cat.mat as a mat. So we will select the particular cat with the inner join like that. Other than that, we can write select cat from cat. So here selecting cat.mat value from cat.cat. So just same thing example that a student we can use from a student sut dot name. So sut dot name from a student sut. Same thing cat have a value, cat have a reference variable cat, and inside the cat we have a mat property. So we can select that value inside that cat class, that mat have some property, and we can select that value. The same query we can, other query here we can utilize select cat dot name from domestic cat, that class cat. So domestic cat is a class, that variable is cat, and we are try to selecting cat dot name, where cat dot name like FRI something. So actually exactly what we want to try, we try to access all the cat name who belong to the domestic cat class, and we want to retrieve all the name of the class. So we are selecting cat dot name from domestic cat, where cat dot name like FRI. So that cat name must start with FRI, and this symbol means after that anything is fine. So it will be written all the cat name whose name start with FRI, and that cat belong to the domestic cat class. So this query will be returned all the cat name. Other thing is that select cat dot name dot first name. So maybe name is a class, and after that they have first name, last name, something. So we can use that. Oh, we have a customer. So from customer, as is a optional, that I already explained. So we already utilize like that from customer cust something. So that the same thing as either we can use or not, it's optional. So we'll use from customer as cust, where we want to select cust dot name dot first name. So just before from we utilize a select clause, and selecting cust, that type is a customer cust dot name dot first name. So it will be returned all the customer first name who belong to the type of customer class. Some other query we have here, select mother of SPR mate dot name from domestic cat as mother, inner join mother dot mate as a mate. So just try to understand the inner join, left after joined concept, that is a up, it's defined, and it will be very easy. Here the easiest thing, this kind of thing like a select, where, select, like, we already explained about that. Other thing I will explain in the next example, and that time it will be very clear. Other thing is that other than this clause that I already explained here, yeah, this all the clause like a from, select, where, order by, group by, we have some functions like average, sum, mean, max, count, this many time of count. So we can utilize this functionality also during a SQL. Like that, if we want to select body weight, max body weight as a max, and mean body weight as a mean, and we would like to count as n from cat. So actually we would like to select all max body weight and mean body weight, and we would like to count as a n from cat class. So this is just a combination of two queries, select and from. So from cat, after that we would like to select maximum body weight as a max and mean body weight as a mean. I would like to count both the value. So we can utilize this kind of query. So other thing is that select new map. Here we can pass, this is a multiple query, we will utilize it. So it is a sub query. So this is a one sub query from cat. After that we are selecting new map, and here we are passing a max body weight as a max, as a is a optional, either it is you utilize or not, it's a fine. After that mean body weight as a mean, and after that we would like to count in as a n number, and it will be returned select, and it will be count the query. Then query of map from alias is selected value will be returned. Other thing is that aggregate function. So aggregate function like average, sum, max, like that we can count. So we would like to select average cat dot bad, after that sum cat dot weight, after that max cat dot weight, after that count cat dot max from cat. So we can utilize this query for aggregation function type. So here this is a combination of different kind of query where it's selecting is there, after that average, sum, max and count is there, and we are using a from cat is a class and this is a reference variable of cat class. Here between of that we can utilize as also. If we not use, it is also fine. So same thing here, average, sum, mean, max, count with distinct, count with all, we can utilize as a aggregate functionality. After that we have some polymorphic query like from cat, like from java.lang.object to o. So this is a other thing, important thing. For example, if we want to retrieve all the object that is available in the particular, belong to the particular database or something. So we know that object is the super class of all the classes. So if we want to retrieve object class, then it will retrieve all the tables that is available inside that particular databases. So here if we try to write this kind of from object o, java.lang.object or from object o, means it have all the value that is available in the particular, that pointing into the particular database. Other than that we can utilize the serialization also, because what the data we are going to store inside the database, all the data is serializable. So we can do the same thing here from serializable s, and we can retrieve that particular or serializable value from the database. Other thing is that from named and from named m, where n dot m equal to m dot name. So means here we can combine named to variable m, where n dot n, for example we have a particular interface and we are using that interface in multiple places. So if two type of classes that is using a same interface, where we can combine it. For example, we have one interface, that video. So after that video interfaces implemented by SD video and as well as implemented by HD video, as well as implemented by 4K video. So all are the subclass of the video kind. So whenever we create a particular object we can store all the object inside the video, because all are the subclass of the video. So here we want to compare with SD video with video, but both comes under the video itself. Then we can create a reference variable of particular interface and we can compare it, but real comparison is happening inside that HD video with 4K video with SD video. So in this condition we can utilize this kind of clauses. Other thing is that where clause we already explained in many time. So like a from cat, where name equal to something or anything, where from cat cat dot name equal to something. We always use many clauses utilizing a where. From a student where a student dot email like something, and order by a student dot s name, that is a descending. So we can use where clause to providing some condition of particular operation. From cat where cat dot name is equal to this one. So this kind of clause we can, after that we can use multiple cat dot name equal to something and cat dot weight equal to something, as well as cat dot color equal to something. So we can utilize a combined of the multiple query, and we can utilize make the single query. What exactly we have a requirement, we can implement it. So this query, what they are saying here, select foo bar where this start day equal to bar dot start date. So it will be returned exact value when that value is true, that all value related to this it will be returned. The same thing here from cat where cat dot mate dot name is not null. So this is another query. So if we would like to retrieve a student name, s name, that is a not null. So maybe the s name is not mandatory field and name is only mandatory field, but we would like to retrieve all the student whose s name is must be there. So we will utilize this clause. We will write where a student stu, and after that we will write a student stu dot s name is not null. We can utilize this clause. Here get dot mate equal to this one. So we have some combination of that, we can utilize this one. This also bare clause we already see a multiple time. Cat dot id equal to something, after cat dot mate dot id equal to something. So it is a complete object oriented programming language kind of thing. So we can point out that exact value, and what the value we want we will provide. So where clause, it is utilized to separate multiple value, and we can utilize and also to putting a multiple condition with help of where clause. See here from cat where cat dot class equal to domestic cat. So maybe cat is the interface, and after that inside that multiple cat is there. So we just want to fetch all the data from the cat table whose subclass is domestic cat. So we can utilize this type of query inside when we are using a inheritance mapping, like that we already explained about that inheritance mapping, where superclass we store all the value, but in the lower class we can define that which value is belong to the which particular classes. So here we can utilize where class, and we will provide cat dot classes, and we provide a particular class type, we can retrieve the particular value. After that we have this query where from audit log payment where log dot item dot class equal to payment and log dot item dot id equal to payment id. So this all are the condition. So mostly where clause we are using some condition. According to that condition it will be a true or false. If true, that particular value will be pushed inside the list and complete list will be generated, and that will be returned to the our classes. So here log dot item dot class equal to payment and log dot item dot id equal to payment id. If it is a true, then particular value will be pushed inside the list, and all the list who have this true condition, that will be returned back, and we can use as a query dot get query dot list q dot list. When we will pass, it will be returned the particular list of that object. So after that we have some mathematics operation also. We can utilize plus minus, that multiply divide thing also, and this operator also we can utilize. We see that how we can utilize a like operator, and how we are using a equal, that thing, some integer value we can utilize this functionality also. When we would like to retrieve all the customer from Bangalore whose ID is less than 5000 or something, that time this type of clause we can utilize. And also we have a and, that we already utilized with the where clause here, like that and, or many places we already utilize here in the code also. Somewhere we show that where s name equal to something and email id equal to something. So we can utilize this thing also. And in, not, in, between we always use. So for example, we would like to retrieve customer account balance, which balance between 100 to 2000, 1000 to 2000. Then that time we can utilize a between clause. We can write from customer C, where C dot balance between, we will mark like that. I will show you that how we can write that SQL. We try to get a customer whose balance between 1000 to 2000 belong to Chennai. So here how we can write? We can write a string SQL and we can write from customer CUST anything, customer CUST, where clause, where CUST dot balance greater than 1000 and CUST dot balance less than 2000. Even we can write this clause here, and after that we can use q dot set a string and we can pass 0 here 1000 and q dot set a string 1 with 2000. So we can utilize like that between operator, in operator, not operator, is null operator, is not null operator, is empty, is not empty, member of, not member of. This we can utilize. We can use case, when, then, else, and so we can utilize that upper, length, ABS, square, bit length, mode, trim, lower, substring. This thing also we can utilize. So the next query we'll see here, that is a between. Between I already explained about that. Whenever we want to retrieve some value and we can specify some between value, like that I already wrote here. Customer that balance belong to 1000 to 2000 and they belong customer balance 1000 to 2000, it's come to the between to 1000 and 2000 and that customer belong to Chennai. So we will write this kind of from customer CUST where customer balance between customer where customer balance here we can like from customer where customer dot balance between something 1000 and 2000, or we can utilize this mark and after that we can use q dot set parameter or set a string. Oh, it will be not a string because we are passing a integer value here. If int is the balance, then we can utilize. So parameter set parameter, 0th position is 1000 and next is 0 to 2000, 1 to 2000. So like that only here it is a from domestic cat where cat dot name between A and B. So either A and B it is acceptable. Like from domestic cat where cat dot name in foo, bar and budge. So in means we have to write condition and that will be match. If any name match with this three, then it will be returned. So in we can utilize some related condition like that. We would like to retrieve a customer account whose account type is current or saving. So here we can utilize from customer CUST where CUST dot card type in, and after that we will write here saving and current. Then it will be returned all the customer whose card type is a saving or customer, or whose account type is a saving or customer, saving or current. Same thing in means we have to specify some condition, some specific value, multiple value here, and we want to match that value, the particular value. If they comes in that bucket, then that will be returned. Otherwise, as it is, that will not come into the list. So again here from domestic cat where cat dot name not between A and B. So here we have a yes condition. If it is come A and B, then it is returned true, and here we use not. So between of that particular clause we also use a not. Same thing here in, if it belong to this condition, these three, that name either foo, either bar or either budge, then it will return a true. Here if that cat name is foo, bar or budge, then it will be not return true. So not this, we can utilize that not clause. Other thing is that c dot alive equal to true, where c dot alive equal to true. We can directly specify that particular boolean value like that, true false here, and that condition is true, then that value will be returned. Otherwise that value will be not returned. Other than that, we can greater than, equal to, this kind of operator also we can utilize. Mostly we are using this kind of operator where the integer variable we have to match, like that balance, customer balance, or customer pin code, anything that we would like to mathematical operation or some integer value, we can utilize this functionality like a greater than, less than, equal to, we can utilize. Like here from order where max index order dot item greater than 100 and greater than 10,000. So we can utilize these things. This all are the same. Just go through that document completely, then you can easily understand what the functionality and how we can implement that SQL. So here from order where order dot item first dot it equal to something 1 2 3 4. So we can specify that if value will be a true, then only that particular order will be returned. If that value is not true, then particular order will be not returned. Other than that, yeah, like operator is there, that I already explained about that. We already fetch that like operator whose id is equal to @visualpath or @gmail.com. we can specify here. So after that we using this symbol, so means at start with FRI, and after that anything is will be matching. So from domestic cat, where upper cat dot name like FIR dot something, so it will be change lowercase to uppercase, and upper will be match like that. So this is a just try to write this deep this kind of SQL. This is a combination of multiple SQLs. So order by clause, that I already see that order by something, so it will be a order by descending or ascending. Ascending is a by default, descending we have to provide. So here from domestic cat, order by cat dot name, so by default order by it will apply on the primary key if we not specify anything, but here we want to sort that particular value according to that cat dot name, and it will become like ascending, and after that cat dot weight, that will become into the descending order, and cat dot worth date, it will be no, anything is fine. So this column will become like ascending, this column come like descending order. So according of that we can utilize order by. Order by ascending is a by default, we don't need, even we not need to provide, it will be used. Ascending only, descending we have to provide. And group wise, so group wise if we would utilize that functionality, then we can use select cat dot color something, cat dot weight count cat from cat, and group by cat dot color, so it will be used group by clause. This all are the same combination of multiple query. These are the combination of multiple query. So here they explain about that Hibernate queries that we are using like SQL and all can be a quite powerful and complex. In fact, the power of the query language is one of the Hibernate main point, because here if you just try to understand, because first time we are going through that's reason it is a look like a little bit difficult, but once we start to writing, we easily understand in which situation we can utilize what the query, because all are here, most of the places we are using a object oriented concept, and we are dealing with the particular object only. So once we are already familiar with the Java, so how we can utilize some customer dot name kind of thing, customer dot name dot s name, or customer dot s name that end with the particular string. So this kind of calculation we already did in the Java. So the same type of operation we can perform here when we are going to deal with the SQL query. So group by order having some that minimum amount, order by some price descending. So multiple query we can utilize here, that they wrote this kind of query. So once we have to you have to create the query and we can utilize that query, you can understand all the queries here. But I am not thinking here in this point we have to deal with that much deep query, but first we have to understand about the few query, and after that we try to merge that query. Like that here we have a two query, like a select user ID, and after that from username. After that this is a next join user dot message, and this is a next query group by user dot id, user dot name having count message less than greater than equal to 1. So this is just a combination of multiple query, and what exactly we want to achieve, we can achieve with the multiple query thing. And this pagination concept we already explained about that. I already show you I think in the code where we can utilize two functionality, like that when we want to use some scrollable result or pagination concept, where we want to fetch the data between the some particular value like 10, every time we want to fetch only 10 record, and the next time when we try to fetch, it will be point to the next 10. For example, we have 100 of a customer that belong to the Chennai, and we want to fetch all the customer who belong to the Chennai, but we have a condition that we want to fetch 10 customer only, because our tabular or some kind of thing will be show only 10 record at a time. So it will be a retrieve first 0 to 10. After that, next time when we would try to retrieve that particular value, it will be retrieve 10 to 20. So here it will be point start. So now initially it is a start point is a 0. So it will be a start, or the start point is a 1. So it will be start 1 to next 10. So max 1 plus 10 means how much value it will become, that much it will be retrieved. The next value it will point 10, and after that plus 1 to 10 plus 10, how much value it will be, that will be retrieved. So next time 11 to 20 will retrieve, next time 21 to 30 will retrieve, next time 31 to 40 is retrieved. So it will be, we can set two things. We have to set max result, means how much result you want as a single fetch. So you want 10 result at the previous example, so we will pass here the 10. After that, first result, what is your first result? So here we have our 0 is the first result, so every time it will become 0 plus 10, next time it is a 10. So two things, if we set max result and set first result, then it will, that our query will be means follow the pagination concept. I will show you that how we can achieve the pagination concept in my next lab. So we have the filter also, try to implement that filter also. Select p.name from person p. Select p.name.first from person p. Order by p.name from person p, order by p.pname. So next query language is a criteria query. So SQL is a Hibernate query language. Main thing is that we have to concentrate only few things. We no need to go any deeply. So here just explain about that. We can utilize SQL Hibernate query language, QBC query by criteria, QBE query by example, native query, named query, anything. But Hibernate query language is the most famous, and almost product or almost project they are using a Hibernate query language. So Hibernate query language is extremely powerful query language. SQL is much like a SQL and or case sensitive, that I already say that, but case sensitivity, insensitivity will be applied in the term of clause, and the case sensitivity will apply in the terms of when we are using a class name and the particular variable name. So when we will use some clause or something, then it is a case insensitive, and when we use a object related or some class related thing, then it is a case sensitive. So a student start with the capital S and a student start with the small s is different, but select start with the capital S and select start with the small s, it's the same. So Hibernate automatically generate a SQL query and execute automatically database if SQL is used in the application that based relational object model and makes the SQL object oriented. So we are means what the we are using SQL, that is based on the object oriented. So where we have to think about only few clause like a from, select, where, order by, group by, and this aggregation like average, sum, mean, max, count, this different type of count. So I will show you that in the next program how we can utilize all the functionality. Till now this up to that how that Red Hat is explained, go through that document. You will get this document, just search in the Google like Red Hat SQL and you will get SQL and you can get .pdf, or you just go to the Hibernate site. Yeah, here you can get. So here in this PDF you will get all the information. Even here the latest version is 7.2. Okay, so it is showing that Red Hat some JBoss. So Red Hat Hibernate document. So here we will get the complete document, Hibernate related document. Even you can just search Red Hat SQL, you will get Red Hat SQL.pdf. Just search it, and after all are the PDF, you can click anyone. Must be check that it is the official site redhat.com, and you will get that particular document. So I am recommended to that you will go through that document, because here all the information related to Hibernate and what the latest functionality they will provide also there, and they explain about each and everything, and here they are explaining is very easiest way. So if you go through that document, you can easily understand about the other functionality also. So either we would like to understand about any Hibernate concept like a persistence operator, or how it is a mapping, that inheritance mapping or association mapping, simple mapping, any kind of mapping. It is a very, they explain about the easiest way, as well as composite key, primary key concept, and any kind of thing like a configuration, session factory, session transaction management, cache, filter. You can go and check that each and every functionality is here. If you are interested with other query language, object oriented query language like named query, native query, criteria, each and everything is mentioned here, and it is a very easiest explanation, so you can easily understand about that. I am recommended that at least one time you just read this document. So we are here. So this from select where order by group by, and this aggregation clause we will utilize that under the one program where we are writing some coding standard. We will follow the data DAO, data access object, transfer object kind of thing, and a structured program where we will utilize, we will write that functionality related to Hibernate template, and where we will put multiple SQL, and we would like to execute that SQL, and we will see that how it is working. In terms of the basic query, we are using like a from customer C, where we want to execute all the customer, and we can utilize other like a from customer C, where c.ct equal to something Chennai. Then we can write from customer C, c.ct equal to that placeholder question mark, and after that placeholder we can utilize q dot set a string, and we will pass that index left to right. We will travel, and we will check that which position that placeholder will come. If the 0th position will come, then it will be write a 0, and after that we will point add that which city you want to check that customer belongs. So next query we can we have to think about that like a from customer C, where c.ct some placeholder, and c.card balance less than or greater than some 1000 rupees or something. So that will be also we can write like that, utilizing a from, where and other thing is that we can write from customer C where card type equal to some placeholder and C dot card balance between 1000 and 2000. So between clause we can utilize like between, and we can pass to value. The next SQL we can write that like a from customer C where C dot CT equal to some placeholder and order by C dot C name, and we can pass descending, means DESC descending, and according of that order by C dot name ascending value will become, or descending order will become. So ascending we no need to write, even we can write ascending also, but ascending is the by default behavior, so automatically ascending will become. So if we want a descending, we have to provide a descending value. Other that like clause we can utilize where we can write from customer C where C dot email like something, where we will specify with that placeholder with the ampersand kind of thing, and after that we can write @gmail.com or something, and after that we would like order by, then we can write order by C dot email. So next we can utilize like operator. So like we have to provide some 1 and 2 3 kind of thing, like a from customer C where C dot email like value %, and after that gmail.com. So we can utilize a like operator also, that I already explained about. After that we can select operator is there, that start with come to the before from. So select distinct star or select something. So select distinct star from customer C where order by C dot card balance, we can utilize it. Other than that, when we want to utilize some pagination kind of thing, then we can use this functionality, like here so we'll utilize this. We can write one method. I will show you that in next program, but quickly I just try to explain about that how we can do it. So we'll write like a public list, that list type is customer, here we will get customer by city, and here we will pass 3 parameter like a string city, int start and int max. And inside that we will write our logic to retrieve that value from our database. So what we will do, we will write here from a student, not a student, now we are dealing with the customer. So we will write from customer where from customer some value, reference value CUST where CUST dot CT equal to this placeholder, and after that we will use query queue session dot create query SQL here, and next what we will do, we can write q dot set string, this line it is a fit here, q dot set string. So 0th position we will write city, so city it is a dynamically coming here, so we will pass that city itself here, and after that 2 more thing we have to set, that is a set max result and set q equal to q dot set max result, and that we will set that max that is coming, and first result q equal to q dot set phi rst first result, that is a start here. So after that we will get list of customer q dot list equal to q dot list. So it's a return type of so exact what that value is there, it is not returning. That's why it's customer class not available, because customer class is not available. That's reason it creating that problem. So to create a customer or just it is a fine. So here this a way we can achieve the pagination. So whenever you want, what the value we will specify here. If you would like to get customer by city, will pass the Chennai. So it will be set here Chennai, and it will be become like a from customer CUST where CUST dot city equal to Chennai. Like Hyderabad, we can add a Hyderabad. If Bangalore, then we can add a Bangalore here. That dynamically what the method we will call, that will be add here. So we no need to do anything. The next is a int start. So what the start we would like to, so pagination every time that method will be called, and next start will be a increase. So if max result is a 10, then it will be add in the 10 in every time in the start. So now is a start is a 10 and max is a next 10. So next time is a start is a 10 plus 10 is 20 and max is again 10. So next time is a start equal to 30 and max equal to again 10. So it will fetch like that until the value is there. So this kind of pagination concept we can achieve through that SQL itself. Other than we can utilize between I already utilize in like, so most of that important SQL we already covered, and I have that one example that we are using a coding standard as well as different kind of SQL. So I will run that thing and I will show you that how it is working. Basically main thing from select, where, order by, group by, and this clauses, and yeah. So other than QB is there, QBC there, native query, named query. So we will also see that how this thing is performed. But most of that product using a SQL itself, and here we can also utilize SQL very well. And if you want to deeply understand about the SQL, so just go through that reference guide. Just search in the Google Red Hat Hibernate.pdf. You will get that particular PDF. That version number 4.3, I think I show you that PDF. You can change and you can utilize the latest version or the old version. Best thing is that go through the latest version, so that you will know also that what the Hibernate is providing a new thing, and that is not available in the previous version. So just try to learn this thing. SQL is very easy. Just try to learn a small query first. After that you have to merge that query, and we can you can make the complex query also. So just try to create a multiple query. Just try to implement it, and I will come with that next example, next project, where we can utilize a multiple SQL, and through that it will be a very clear. Till now, thanks for watching a video.